Hello, this is Brian Resney, President of Resney Wealth Management. I'm bringing you an important update about the economy and the investment markets so you can understand what we see in the global landscape. You know, we had a little bounce around at the kind of the beginning of last week, only to end the markets higher as of Friday of last week. And of course, today started off the week pretty good. Generally speaking, little bouts of this 2 to 5% downward pressure, whether it's the equity market stocks, whether it's bonds, gold, commodities, real estate. You're going to see a little bit of this volatility. Again, doesn't matter if you're conservative or aggressive. Let me tell you an interesting story, though. It's kind of a sad story. While at our firm we try to help all of our clients and we feel we do a pretty darn good job, occasionally a client will hire us who maybe just lets too many other people make their decisions. We had a client just the other day that we basically parted ways with. And the reason that it was parted is because this particular client kept listening to their friends and family members, people who were not investment experts. They would get distraught news from another broker or whatever it was, so they didn't allow us to do our actual job, meaning manage their money and manage the major risk. You know, these 20, 30, 40% downward troughs that you often see in recessions. While we see the economy good and while we try to educate this client to stop listening to negative headlines and stop listening to people who don't understand investing at all and really just wanted to pitch and sell her another investment, unfortunately, she made bad decisions. One of the things that happened is this person decided she was going to liquidate her account last Monday. Of course, that was kind of the bottom of the little correction we had. Of course, things are much higher today. I bet that client wishes now that they would have listened to us about managing their money. Unfortunately, the relationship is over. One of the things I want to stress to all of our clients is we are there for you. We don't work for Wall Street. We don't believe in sales pitches. We believe in actually managing your money and controlling major risk. The economy is slowly getting better. What's happening over in Russia and Crimea will probably be resolved. Things happen. Little bounces in the portfolio are going to be expected weekly, monthly, quarterly. What you worry about is when the next recession comes and things actually start to slow. I can tell you this, we did not let emotions drive our investment decisions. We look at the financials, we look at the technicals, we look at which way things are trending. At the end of the day, sound investment advice without noise from friends, family members, or maybe another competing broker. At the end of the day, if you don't follow an investment strategy, you have no chance to make returns. While this client, who of course is no longer a client, lost a lot of money in her past relationships, she did quite well with us. But unfortunately, emotions and sales pitches drove this person to make bad decisions. I just want to make sure all investors understand when they work with a firm like Resney Wealth Management, we don't believe in sales pitches, we believe in real investment management. When it's time to sell and reduce risk assets or make changes to our client portfolios, we're going to do that. We're on your side, we work for our clients. Of course, if you're a client of our firm, call us with any of your questions. If you're not a client of our firm and you want to become a client, there's a big difference from Wall Street and annuity salespeople. Call us for a consultation, learn about our firm, learn about what real investment management is. If you're smart enough to realize that emotions are a bad way to manage your money, then you can be a potentially good client for our firm. Have a safe and profitable day.